Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Poland wants nuclear weapons. Now, why would you want nuclear weapons? I understand if you would have nuclear weapons at your disposal versus having someone else's nuclear weapons on your territory, not at your disposal. Do you think that that way you will be defended? Now, if the answer, or at least as a deterrent. Now, if that is an answer, no, yes, obviously, then other countries should have the same right of self-defense, which I'm talking about North Korea, I'm talking about Iran, I'm talking about Romania, Albania, I don't know, Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, Turkey. Why only a few countries are allowed? If you say because they are responsible, I don't think so. Because the guy who's going to be in charge of your nuclear weapons, if they get deployed to Poland, is a perpetrator. Someone who did it before, twice, and would have done it again and again and again, according to their statements. Remember the Second World War, 6th of August 1945 and 9th of August 1945, and yes, that's the United States of America. So again, Poland says, we are ready to be by our boss, which is Al Capone. And we want nuclear weapons on our territory. Why? We know the Poles with balls will never lay eyes on the nuclear missiles that if they are deployed in Poland. You know that. So then, what does that tell you? You will become immediately Russia's target. I remember an interview where Putin, it was not an interview, he had a press conference. And at that time, it was before the Americans, actually, after the Americans deployed their air defense systems in Romania. And Putin was asked a question by a Romanian journalist. So it must have been 7 years, I can't remember when those were deployed, and in Poland and Romania. And Putin said, well, congratulations, I would like to congratulate our Romanian partners or colleagues, because we didn't have any, protocol, or we didn't take Romania in consideration with our nuclear, and now you guys are part of our nuclear doctrine, which is you going to have nuclear weapons, our nuclear weapons, directed towards you. Before you didn't, now you do. Now, that's a little veiled threat, or at least it's a normal consequence of your behavior. Let's put it this way. Because if I say, well, if you come close, I'm going to smack you. Are you threatening me? No, I'm not threatening you. I'm just telling you what's going to happen if you come closer to me. I'm going to defend myself. And if I can, I will fuck you up. So this is what Putin told the Romanians. The Romanians said, sorry, man. It's very deep back there. He's behind me right now. I can't do shit. Or I can do shit, but I don't want to do shit. Why? Because the guys who supposedly are in charge of Romania are the ones that have us with them in our asses. So what do we have here? We have Poland, who wants nuclear weapons to be deployed over there. That means Russia will again get ready to fuck the Poles, and I'm guaranteeing you the Russians are praying. Why? I have a conversation with some Polish friends, and some of them tried to convince me that Poland is just trying to defend itself and has no territorial disputes with anybody, no claims, no nothing like that. I will never be convinced about that. Never be convinced. You have a perpetual violator of other countries' territories. Yes, Poland. Look in history. And you tell me that they don't want this and they don't want that. Maybe they don't, but hey, I need more evidence to convince me than I tell you that. Okay, so maybe Poland wants something that, remember, Poland gets Patriot systems now. He wants like 500. He's got like 300, he's got 300 and some from North Korea. From South Korea, some Sunok air defense systems like Patriot. Why are they arming themselves? To defend themselves? Well, that's a good thing. It's a good thing. You can arm yourself. That's fine. But other people are also allowed to arm themselves. And if you arm themselves like this, what do you think is going to happen in the end? Deterrent? Okay, well, let's see. Let's read this little article from none others than Russia Today. This is from the 22nd of April. Neighbor of Russia, because of Kaliningrad, ready to host U.S. nuclear weapons. President Andrzej Duda has admitted he discussed the issue with Washington. Poland is open to hosting U.S. nuclear weapons amid the standoff with Russia over Ukraine. President, these are just guys are just waiting for justifications to feed the baboons. That's all. They need. That's all they need. In an interview with the Polish daily Fakt on Monday, the leader acknowledged that the issue of bringing U.S. nukes to his country, much closer to Russian territory, and I'm quoting, has been a topic of Polish-American talks for some time. No shit. Look at this. These are some videos I made since 2022, August 2022, the one on the bottom, right there. You see that over there? August 28, 2022. That's Belarus, and Poland, and then you got October 5, Poland wants nuclear weapons on its territory deployed. And then Poland wants nuclear weapons on US territory, And again, Poland wants, so from October 5 to June 30th, 2022 to 2023, these guys continuously wanted nuclear weapons. Again, if you are allowed to have someone else's nuclear weapons on your territory, that tells me many things. First, you're not a sovereign country. This is the first one. Secondly, then other countries can have them too, like Belarus. So where is that big thing with the Belarus? Remember, the Russians deployed to Belarus as the Americans deployed to 7 countries, 6 or 7. No, 5 countries with 6 locations. 6 countries in Europe have nuclear weapons. U.S. deployed nuclear weapons. I'm not talking about France, right? No, with nuclear weapons. It's Italy. I think it's Turkey. It's Germany, obviously. I think one of these guys, Netherlands, something like that. I think it's one more country I'm missing. But I tell you, there are 5 countries. Nevertheless, and when the Russians deployed in Belarus, all these guys, started crying like babies. Oh, you can't do that. What do you mean? You did it 6 times already. 6 locations in Europe. And I can't do it in Belarus at the request of the Belarusians. Hey, the same thing with the Poles. Nothing against it. Get them, my friends. Get them. Get them if you want. But then don't cry about Iran. No. Don't cry about it. So here we have. It's right here. Thank you very much. The Netherlands and these guys. I missed the Belgium. The US currently has nuclear weapons stationed in 5 fellow NATO members: Belgium, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, and Turkey. I have already talked, I'm quoting, about this several times, Duda continued. I must admit that when asked about it, I declared our readiness. Ready and willing. So Duda further explained that, and I'm quoting, if our allies decide to deploy nuclear weapons as part of nuclear sharing also on our territory to strengthen the security of NATO's eastern flank, we are ready for it. Okay, so if they decide, you will do it. Okay, that's no problem. In response to Duda's statement, Kremlin spokesman Peskov noted that if the US does indeed place its nuclear weapons in Poland, the Russian military would take all necessary countermeasures to ensure our security. So what do you think could be? I'm surprised that the Russians, I will call them, acted so responsibly. You could say, oh my God, how can you say that? And that if I were in charge of, not Russia, but in the situation of Russia, with these guys trying to get NATO and destroy me, hang me, and so on, what would I do? I think Kaliningrad will be the next step, and I think things in North America will be, or let's say South America, let's put it this way, South and in Honduras, what was that? Not Guatemala. Is Guatemala? Honduras? Which one is it? I know the Russians are, no, that's It's not. Let me check it out. It's not Guatemala. It's not Honduras. Nicaragua. Jesus Christ. Nicaragua. So Nicaragua, Cuba, Venezuela. These are at least 3 countries that could host Russian missiles. And in order to show these guys that I'm serious about get the fuck out of my neighborhood, I would try another thing like 1962. What are you gonna do? Well, fuck you then. So you think Putin is crazy? The doctrine of deterrence doesn't work. These guys want to bring over there. Remember, so far it's 6-1 for the Americans with deployment. Belarus versus 6 other deployments. So the Russians have to catch up. What are they gonna do? Maybe you go and deploy something in Iran too. Jesus Christ. And you're gonna hear these guys telling you how morally defective that decision is. Well, you did it. It must be good. Oh, the only difference is that you're the forces of good and these guys are supposedly the forces of evil. So again, if Poland has it, well, that's a de-escalation. It's not an escalation. Just de-escalation. But if the Russians do it, it's an escalation. Here is, my friends, this is the polls are ready. If the polls are ready, I would say the Russians could, I mean, they're, as I said, 6-1. A lot of catch up to do. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.